So I've had the opportunity to do a ton of really cool projects this year, some local, some on Fiverr. I even got to do an intro theme for a wrestler, which was pretty bonkers. Because of all this stuff I've been doing, I just haven't had a ton of time to actually make my own music from scratch. So that's what I'm gonna do in this video, while also taking you through my studio setup and kind of where all these sounds are coming from and what I'm doing with them. Let's go. So I'm going to start by laying down some keys because I've got this idea that sounds pretty cool in my head, and hopefully it'll translate outside of my head. This is the Yamaha CP73, which I'm running both MIDI out as well as stereo XLRs into this ADAT expansion right here. So in my head, I'm hearing an upright, so that's where I'm going to start. And then if I want to try Rhodes, I may go ahead and record that now, and then I can just see how it fits with the rest of the song. For the E-piano part, I'm actually going to send MIDI from this and just use the stock E-piano in Logic Pro. Okay, now I'll get some drums to kind of feel out the rhythm section. I'm essentially running a really long MIDI cable to my E-drums over here, which I use for recording most of my drum stuff. And this is actually an old beginner drum set that I converted into an E-drum set. So if you're curious about how all that works, let me know in the comments. Maybe I can make a video about it. Also, with the fact that I'm quite a ways away from my desk, I'm using Logic Pro Remote on my phone to control the session. And to get me ready for bass, my wife made me coffee, which is greatly appreciated. So for bass, I basically just got this Fender cable going straight into my ID22 interface. Most everything electric guitar or bass goes straight in and then is processed there as far as amps and effects go. Fair warning, I'm not primarily a bassist, but I'm just here to get by. I always love the way that the bass sounds when I play through it. I just have the hardest time sometimes getting the parts from my brain to the guitar. And then pretty much the same setup for the electric guitars, running straight into the interface, running Helix Native for my amp sims and effects. So right when I finished that guitar track, my camera decided to die on me. Also, none of the stuff from my DAW was recording like I thought it was, so let's just pick it up from here. Now I'm going to use the Novation Launch Key Mini to record some spacious synth stuff for this track. So I'm actually using Universal Audio's Polymax synth plugin for this because I got it actually in a bundle with the SD one when I bought it. I also really enjoy adding some kind of off in the distance sounding high strings to tracks like this. So for this, I'm just using the stock Studio Strings plugin that comes with Logic. And so a lot of times for a track like this, I will take the loop that I recorded as I was kind of forming ideas, and I will copy and paste that across the session a few ways. And then I'll kind of experiment with taking stuff out, adding stuff in. So like if this is my intro section, I know I'm definitely not going to need the strings, so I can just delete those. I definitely don't want the intro to be too long, so I went ahead and cut it in half compared to the other sections. I want to tighten this up a bit. So I definitely have quite a ways to go on this track. I for sure want to relook at the sound selection that I chose during the tracking process. Definitely there's a lot of mixing that needs to be done, some automation, and even some simple mastering in Ozone. But I kind of feel like those topics lend themselves to be a separate video so that I can go a little bit more in depth than trying to scrunch it all into this video. So definitely subscribe so you don't miss those. Also, if you have any thoughts or maybe questions about this part of the process, let me know down in the comments and I'll reply as soon as I can. Also, if you got any value out of this video, consider giving it a like so that we can maybe reach some more people with these videos. And as always, thanks for hanging out.